What's up, everybody? Trinity here, and welcome back to the Second Street Marvel for today's comic book review. And guys, today we are talking about New Mutants issue number 10, as well as Excalibur issue number 10. The Dawn of X continues in these two issues right here. First, we'll talk about the New Mutants. And guys, I don't know, I was excited for these things to get started back up, get all these Dawn of X titles, and well, here we are. We're here, right? Like last week we got, or well, I guess it was 2 weeks ago. We got a couple, and now we got some more. Man, I'm just like, can we just get this thing back in full swing? And from these issues, I'm ready to be there. I'm ready to be there already. Now, the New Mutants. This book is being written by Ed Brisson. Flaviano is the artist. Carlos Lopez is the color artist. VC's Travis Lanham is the letterer. Tom Muller on design. Rod Reese is the cover artist. I'll show you those names on this lovely 2-page spread right there. You guys know how much I love those. And I'll once again show you that cover right there, done by Rod Reese. And he has a very unique style, Rod Reese does. His work is very recognizable. And then, of course, you know, we've also got this right here. This very great third white page. That's the first white page going into the two-page title page white page. You guys know how much I love these 3 white pages at the very beginning of the book. So anyway, in this book we got Boom Boom, Chamber, Magma, Mirage, Karma, Cypher, Mondo, Armor, Wolfsbane, Wildside, Glob, and Magic. Now, if you don't remember exactly what happened in the last issue of New Mutants, I gotta tell you, like, I haven't been pulling these. I've been getting some of these reviews done, but you know, I remember they went to Carnelia because there was something going on there. The one of them of the New Mutants had like family or something there that kind of ruled it, or was like, if I'm not mistaken, I could totally be wrong. Or no, they were somewhere else, and then they went to Carnelia because of this call, maybe. Well, anyway, there was the military there in Carnelia was there, but they had this being right here that was kind of causing this disturbance, and it seems like it's like this it's sucking up all these people and absorbing it and into their hive, I guess, into their collective, if you will, something that's very familiar going on in all this Jonathan Hickman stuff. So we see that that's exactly what's going on here still at the very beginning of the book as the New Mutants are there in Carnelia, and we see that they're not getting a whole lot of cooperation from the local government other than, please take care of this. Go right ahead, Mutie. You do it. We don't want to. Yeah. Go ahead. No, don't come near us. There's a lot of that going on here, especially once the Russian Prime Minister gets involved. Prokopovich, he's waking up here in the middle of the night, getting ready to go address this idea or this situation as it develops as the New Mutants get there, and there's this kind of big old thing taking over, and then we get back to Krakoa with Glob and Magic as they're there. Magic is there asking what's going on with the New Mutants. Where is everybody? Where are they at? What are they doing? And that's when Glob goes in and kind of tells them, because she was kind of asking about the situation in Nebraska as well. And that's when Glob goes in and tells her about this website out there where they're doxing mutants. So, and how was it Angel and Beak had been spotted, and their pictures had been posted up. They were at the grocery store with the kids, had been posted up on this thing, and just pretty much, you know, like these mutants getting doxxed. And that's when when Ileana's there, she's during that same conversation, they're sitting there, a lot happens in this little conversation. They're sitting there talking about it. She goes, oh, well, isn't that just wrong of them to do that and this and that? And so they're sitting there talking about it, and you know, then we get Glob's this recipe for Glob's vegetarian Laska recipe right there. You gotta love it, right? You gotta love all these white pages. I know I do. So anyway, we get here to we flash back to Carnelia with the New Mutants trying to deal with this being, this big like black hole that they're trying to deal with, and their solution is that they figure out, because they've got Cypher there, and he sits there and figures out that what it is like this being in there is dreaming, and they have to get inside this bubble to stop this being from dreaming, to stop this black hole from growing, because before it had absorbed, I can't even remember who it was that it had absorbed in the previous issue, that they got in there. I want to say it was Karma, but yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was Karma. And so they're going in there, and they said that when this mutant got in there, like it grew bigger, because that's kind of how this thing is working. But they're just kind of going into its collective. They want to try to wake her up to give her good dreams, and that's why they have Wolfsbane there. Not Wolfsbane, but oh man, why all of a sudden am I forgetting his name? You know who I'm talking about, Wildside. So they go in there, and that's what they're getting ready to do here at the very end of the issue, is go in there and infiltrate to stop her from having these nightmares. Stop her from having these nightmares, and hopefully get everybody out and save all the people there. And we see that they are on their way there. They're unsuccessful once they get inside, and they Armor is who they're using to take everybody in there. Actually, ends up getting kind of how would you say, compromised, and that's where the issue ends up at. Very interesting stuff here. Now, I gotta say, with like some of the stuff here going on with the doxing and everything of the mutants and everything that's going on with there, I sat there and I'm sitting there kind of like, as I'm reading the issue, I'm like, I almost feel like I'm on Twitter. I almost feel like I'm on Twitter watching that. But altogether, New Mutants, I thought was a pretty decent issue. I mean, I guess as good as all of these are. The art in here is something I want to point out. Flaviano has, I like Flaviano's art. There are times when it's really great, and there are times when I'm not sure that I like it as much. And it's really only just because in some of the scenes, here's this thing of doing this stuff right here, where you get these really strong black lines across the face, and I can show you at multiple places in the art. But the thing is, like, I also like the art, just the art that Flaviano does. So like, there's times when it really works for me, and there's times when it really don't, if you know what I mean. But altogether, I thought this was a pretty decent book. I haven't been pulling New Mutants, been getting these reviews done. I will probably end up getting these in a collected edition. I know they've been releasing these. I'll probably get the trade paperbacks of these, but I thought New Mutants was okay. The only thing is, like, how this plays into the overall story. Is this something you absolutely need to read? I'd say probably not, but if you want to keep up with all the Dawn of X books, naturally you're going to go out there and you're going to read this book. Okay, so the next one is Excalibur, issue number 10. This one is being written by Teeny Howard, with Marcus Toe on art. Eric Arciniega is the color artist. VC's Corey Petit is the letterer. Tom Muller on design. Mohammed Esrar and Matthew Wilson are the cover artists. I probably butchered Mohammed's name there. I'll go ahead and let you take a look at those, and I'll let you look at that cover again. Guys, here's the thing with Excalibur. Even when this series started off, I was like, I like the idea of what's going on here. I just don't know that I like this book. It's just like, there's something missing in it. It's missing something. But I gotta tell you, issue number 10, I really I like this issue. I like what happens in this issue. I like everything that goes on in this issue, but I still feel it's missing something. Yeah, and you know what I feel like it is it's missing? I feel like issue 10 is going to happen. I'm going to love it. And then issue number 11 is going to come in and kind of fall a little flat after this kind of build up. But what we open up here is, if you don't remember what was going on in Otherworld and Captain Britain and kind of the war there that was going on, we see here that's exactly what's going up when you open up the first page. And once again, to another, you start this book off. You start this book off with 4 white pages. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, guys, can we just say that there comes a point where it's enough. It's enough. So we get here to London. We see that the war is going on. Wars. Basically, Britain is now even going against Captain Britain and everything here. They're like, they have a problem with the muties, and the authorities basically here coming after Captain Britain, telling them basically they're supposed to be shot on sight. They're supposed to be either they're at war now. Britain will shoot these guys. Will shoot mutants on sight, and that's when Richter shows up and saves all the mutants here. And they get to the Krakoan gate to get out of there, to leave, and they get there, and it's really weird because they've got all this going on. I see they've got Jean Grey and Professor X over there. Like, what's going on with this Krakoan gate as they get there to leave, and it's on fire. So that was another thing is in that declaration, that declaration of war from, oh god, and that was Ruben Brosseau that had posted at the Minister of Information. Now, if I believe right, he's one of the guys. Is he one of the guys? That's part of the coven of? Yeah. Anyway, so they're sitting there. They have to evade that, and meanwhile, basically all throughout Great Britain, they're being told basically, if you see the mutant vegetation, burn it. Burn it. And that's, as they're getting ready to, kind of be overtaken, I guess you could say, as they're sitting there getting ready to go to war with Britain. That's when we get this I thought it was just me. Seriously, I was kind of like, wait a minute, did I miss something? We get this ship showing up here. Yeah. We get a ship showing up here to save them, right? And you know what comes with the ship in this X universe, and that's where I was kind of like, what's going on here? What are we missing here? What did I miss something in the last issue? Is there something I need to go back and read in Excalibur number 9, and something that happened maybe in Marauders? Because we see Kate shows up there and saves them on this boat and everything. Really weird, and she showed, yeah. Just some weird things going on in this book. She got Pete Wisdom with her, so they're all, like I said, everything's kind of going on here, and it's kind of like, what is happening here? And that, my friends, is when we get this. This is like this what happens here towards the end of the book. It's kind of what gets me excited, as we see that there's basically been a pocket reality created here by Jamie Braddock, and he's sitting there kind of manipulating everything that's going on here. And this is where we got basically Captain Britain. She's sitting there like talking to her brother. She's like, I wish they would have just left you dead. I don't know why they brought you back. And he continues. He's continuing to sit there and manipulate reality. And we don't know exactly when it goes on, so they kind of got into a little scuffle there. And just some interesting things happening here in this book, especially towards the end. And I feel like this was something that we had seen previously, where we see all of these, all of the rest of Excalibur gather around as Captain Britain falls in battle here. But that's when we see that, Jamie's been doing a little bit more than you might know. Here at the very end of the book, there's talking about this reality that he's doing. He's kind of shattered and created these multiple pocket realities and different things going on here, guys. Like, the end of this book, like, this is probably one of the better issues of Excalibur. Is it a must-read? Maybe not. Excalibur, I love the idea of what's going on here. Otherworld, the magic, everything that's happening with this series. But it seems like every time I kind of get a build up, it seems like it kind of just like slows down and lets me down there once we get into the next issue. I don't know. I honestly thought issue number 10 of Excalibur was really good. Like I said, you got Jamie in here manipulating reality. There's something in here I left out with Captain Britain and Betsy Braddock, and something that goes on here at the very end of the book. Very interesting stuff. Honestly, I got to say that I think this one is probably definitely worth reading if you've been keeping up with all of these all together. I think this one actually has something really major to add here. This is kind of what I wanted out of this series more than anything when this series kicked off, and it's just kind of, after that, it's just kind of been, it's okay. It's just, I don't know. But a lot of what I don't like about it is some of the conversation in here as well. And I think that's just something that just like, it kind of keeps it moving along slowly sometimes. Some of the conversations seem to be mundane, but I guess we get that a lot in comic books sometimes too, because, you know, if you've got like this overarching story bit. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for this these comic book reviews. Let me know down in the comments below. Did you read New Mutants issue number 10? And did you read Excalibur issue number 10? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm sure soon we'll probably do a live stream talking a little bit more about these books. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, give it a thumbs down if you don't. But while you're at it, make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. Have a good day, have a great rest of your week. Go out and read some awesome comics, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.